In this video, I'm going to be unboxing and setting up the Lowe's Halloween 2024 Nevermore Academy Archway from the Netflix Wednesday series. I want to say a huge thank you to the Lowe's affiliate team for sending me this item. Now let's go ahead and begin the unboxing.
Alrighty, hello everyone. This is Halloween Hunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we have right here is the Lowe's Halloween 2024 Nevermore Academy Archway from the Netflix Wednesday series. Now, before I start, I want to real quickly say thank you a lot to the Lowe's affiliate team for going ahead and sending me the whole Wednesday animatronic line. I've already done a video on Wednesday herself and Joseph Crackstone. And the final life-size prop I need to review from that line is right here, the Nevermore Academy Archway. You can't see it from this angle, but on the side of the box, it does have one of those sample stickers. Lowe's did send me this. And if you want to buy the Nevermore Academy Archway or any of the other Lowe's animatronics, make sure to check my affiliate link down below. Currently, right now, the Wednesday line is on sale, so I recommend getting anything from that line. And if you purchase from my affiliate links, you're not only helping out Lowe's, but you're helping out me in the long run. So I would appreciate any clicks or purchases from my links. That would definitely help a lot. But anyways, let's go ahead now and unbox the Nevermore Academy Archway. So this box is very huge. Not very tall, of course, but very, very long. This box is really, really weird. Of course, it kind of makes sense. This thing is 10 feet tall. But wow, I was very impressed to see how big this box was when I first got it. It's super big. It's like probably the longest box I have in my collection. So let's go ahead and finally open it up. So the tabs on the box won't even stay flat because of how big the box is. So basically right here, we have the instructions. Right here we have some of the pieces that we had to undo all the twist ties to, so I will do that right now. Right here we have two braces, I think, for the inside of the archway, of course, and then some tethers on there. We have part of the Nevermore Academy sign, a lot more twist ties to undo. We have another part of that sign, and again another one. So we have some sandbags in here, which are interesting. They actually have the Techie logo on them, and it says to fill it up with 10 pounds each. In here we have the adapter. There is a ton of twist ties. I've been spending like the last 10 minutes undoing all of these. We have quite a bit of pulls. Yet again, more poles. And here we have some stakes. Looks like we got some pieces for the outside of the arch. We have one of the ravens right here. Some more of that pillar part of the archway. Some more rectangle pieces. We got the ends of the base right here. On this side, we have yet again more of the pillars. Another piece. Looks like the end of the pillar. And last but not least, the other raven. So that is quite a bit of pieces for the Nevermore Academy Archway. But now let's finally go ahead and begin that setup. So to begin our setup with the Nevermore Academy Archway, we're going to actually first start off building the sign. So we're going to actually take this top part of the sign, place it in kind of the front area of where I am facing. Then we'll take the two end pieces, and basically what we're going to do is snap block each piece together. So these two bottom pieces I'll snap block, labeling A to A on the poles. Then I'm also going to plug in the cords next to each other together. Then I'll take the top part of the Nevermore Academy sign and snap block it to each side of the sign. This side being C to C, this side being B to B. Now we're going to start putting the pillars together for each side of the archway. We'll start off first putting on this pole with 3 sides on it, and then we will take this part of the top pillar labeled LI on it, and basically what we'll do is we'll have to kind of put the pole through it and kind of readjust it so that it looks something like this. This is my right side of the arch, so it's going to be connecting D to D at the very top, and then E to E, and the wires connect A5 to A5. For my left side, I will do the same thing once again, and connect that on this side, labeling D1 to D1 and E1 to E1. The wires will connect A2 to A2. Now we'll take my next 2 set of poles. My right side connects F to F, my left F1 to F1. We'll take the actual pillar pieces and connect them on each side, this side being I to I, this side being I1 to I1. We'll take the next set of poles now, this side being G to G, the left side G1 to G1. We'll do yet again another set of the pillars, this side being J to J, this side J1 to J1. We'll do our final big set, this side being K to K, this side being K1 to K1. Before we fully put on K1, we'll have to connect the wires in between the poles and the control box, both being A3 to A3. While I'm back here, I'll take the adapter and plug it into the adapter jack on the control box and screw the cap on. Next, I will take the base pieces of the archway, this side being H to H, this side labeling H1 to H1. Next, we'll connect the support poles to the back of the base, labeling O to O on each side. Now we'll finally go ahead and actually stand the archway all the way up. I will finish connecting the support poles, labeling O to O once again in the very front. Next, I'm going to connect the lanterns to each side of the archway. We'll start off with this side first. We'll connect the wires, labeling A4 to A4, and then Velcro it to the slot. Now we'll connect the other side of the lantern. Make sure the wires connect A6 to A6, and the lantern attaches end to end. Now I'll take the top of the pillars and connect them to the archway. This side being L to L, this side being L1 to L1. Our final piece will be to connect the ravens now. This one connecting M1 to M1, this side being M to M. With that being said, go ahead and plug it in and you're pretty much all good to go. And that is how you set up the Lowe's Halloween 2024 Nevermore Academy Archway from Wednesday. Let's go ahead now and roll that demo. So, the Nevermore Academy Archway. How do I feel about this prop? Well, I gotta say, I am really impressed with this piece. I think out of all the Wednesday stuff, I think this piece can really appeal to those who haven't even watched Wednesday. That's how good this item is. Now, obviously, for the context of Wednesday, this is obviously the big old archway that you see in the show that leads to their school. However, for the vibe of this prop, it definitely could work just in a graveyard, honestly. First of all, this thing looks really good. It's a blow mold plastic on the side of the pillars. That looks really good. The detail, structure, and paint job is done really well. I love the lanterns flickering. It's actually in the off mode. The lanterns stay on continuously, which is awesome. Even when it's turned on with the sound activation, it'll still flicker regardless if it's activated or not. So that's a really awesome feature to have that for this prop, to have the audio and then have a feature with just the lights only mode, because it looks phenomenal with lights. It's overall built pretty fine. I don't really have much issues with it. It's actually more sturdy than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very flimsy, but to be honest, it's built fairly well. And I'm not just saying that because Lowe's did send me this, which once again I do want to say thank you a lot to the Lowe's affiliate team for sending me this item. And if you want to go ahead and buy this prop or any of the other Lowe's props this year, I recommend checking my link down below to see what's in stock at your local store or online. But even that aside, I still think it's a really awesome piece that I probably would have considered buying if I didn't have it myself here. The ravens look awesome as well. Just the whole aesthetic of this archway is phenomenal. Comes with tethers so that if you want to put this outside for a long time and you're worried about wind or it be not stable, it does come with tethers on each side, which will really help a lot. Also some sandbags and stakes, which I didn't really show in the setup, but that does come with this. If you want to go ahead and weigh it down properly. Complaints that aren't really a big thing for me, but they do kind of add up. Number one, $400 is definitely a bit steep for this prop. It's definitely not a terrible price, but it's currently on sale for $300 and I think $20. And I would say that's definitely a good deal for this, just because it's built fairly well. It's got really cool features. It just looks aesthetically pleasing. And it's 10 feet tall, so I wouldn't even say the $320 price tag is bad at all. It's got a small speaker, kind of like Wednesday, one of those outdated speaker jack boxes, which is kind of disappointing, but honestly, considering that I don't think the audio is really the main attraction to this piece, I don't really care that the audio is one of those little tiny control box modules. It could have definitely been better, but it's not the worst thing to me. I think my biggest complaint though, honestly, and the only one I really have for this prop, aside from like the sign already rusting, like the screw bolts, which is definitely kind of annoying, is that the lanterns have a horrible way of connecting. They don't actually like fit in the slots when they connect. This one's Velcro strips actually ripped off in the back, and that's partially because it didn't have these screws on the Velcro strip like this one does, so I did have to go ahead and staple that. However, it still doesn't actually touch the very back of the slot. It kind of just barely hovers over that with the Velcro strips just barely touching, which is kind of annoying considering that should have been better for the price tag. However, aside from that, this piece is phenomenal. It's definitely an awesome piece that I can't wait to use in future years. And honestly, for me, I'm probably going to go ahead and just use some webcasting or vines to cover up the Nevermore sign, just so that I could use this outside of the Wednesday context. Everything about this prop is just really well done, and I do highly recommend it if you are considering buying it. With that being said, that will conclude this video on the Lowe's Halloween 2024 Nevermore Academy Archway prop. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Halloween video.